Welcome to Cham Pols, the world of chameleons. Now, I already know what y'all gonna say.
Jordan, why didn't you post it? You said you were going to post it on August 4th.
I'm sorry for that. See, my phone actually broke and a bunch of other personal stuff happened. And basically, when I got a new phone and got back on the account, my images that I made were deleted, so I had to redraw them. And I was just so sad. And then, yeah, a bunch of that. But I am now finally done. I am so happy. And, well, welcome to Cham Pols, the world of chameleons. So, I was inspired to create this project for a couple of creators. The creators were Miris, the world of mice, Orbis Bagona, the world of bearded dragons, Kappa, the world of turtles, and Narcistia, the world of capybaras. These worlds are called seed worlds. A seed world is where you will seed and terraform a planet with Earth life. The creatures and things that will terraform these are usually intelligent, whether it be futuristic humans, maybe even robots, or even aliens. But whatever the case is, they will seed the world. And let's see how they'll diversify in the new context that we've just created here. The species that are included in Cham Pols are the central veiled chameleon, common grasshopper, the monarch butterfly, a red jungle fowl, the pistis catfish, and the Merniliusan lobster. These animals, for one, the chameleons will reign the tropical forests and tropical plains of this world. The common grasshoppers are a food source for the chameleons. And the monarch butterflies will pollinate the milkweed flowers that are also added, which in turn will help other plants grow, which in turn makes a better stabilized ecosystem. The pistis catfish will reign the freshwater habitats and sort of brackish waters. And the lobsters will reign superior in the coral reefs and the sea. Mangoes were also added, as well as wild bananas. These were added as a food source for the chameleons, as chameleons, especially veiled, will eat these in the wild. So they were added also as a food source besides the grasshoppers. In the deserts, there are shrubs and prickle pear cactuses. These reign supreme. This is the world of Cham Pols. Cham Pols is around the size of Venus, so just a little bit smaller than Earth. But it is just a tint smaller. Its atmosphere is a little bit different than Earth. Its atmosphere makes it more tropical than temperate. However, temperate forests are here, except how on Earth today, tropical and rainforests are very slim on Earth. And temperate forests usually reign supreme. But now, the roles have been swapped, as well as you can find deserts and shrublands, which the deserts are the shrublands on this planet. Melanos is the moon. Melanos is the green moon, as it's also called. It has green quartz on it. Scientists does not know what these quartz are, but they called it Quartidelis cartitis. These quartz will sometimes break apart into making a dust. The dust will get on the stones and rocks, making the moon green. That means at night, when the sun shines on it, the moon of Cham Pols gives it a greenish as it glows from the glow. The son of Cham Pols is Kalala. Kalala is just a tint bit bigger. And when I mean a tint, I mean just a little tint. It is not very much bigger. As a matter of fact, if you were to see them by side, you couldn't even tell that they were different sizes. But the sun, there's nothing really special about it. However, it is a little hotter than our sun. And Cham Pols' gravity is the same as Earth, basically. And the planet is located in the Goldilocks, or habitable zone. This is a map of the continents. First up is Kamara. Kamara is a continent around the size of North America. Nothing much about it, however, it is the main continent of the planet. Next up is Strills. Strills is the smallest continent, and it's just a little bit bigger than Australia. It has the largest desert so far of any continent, making up 80% of its land mass. But without that, it would just be tropical forests. Another, and the largest continent, is Tongilis. Tongilis is the biggest continent, but it's also the slimmest. It's around half the size of Africa, and it has a ravine, making it have a slit towards the top. It is mainly made up of tropical forests, tropical plains, and deserts. However, you can find temperate forests, just like on Kamara. Milos is sort of named after the moon of Cham Pols. It is mostly made up of tropical forests. However, it has one of the largest temperate forests on it. It is not a continent at all, but an island. It is the biggest island here. Next up is Tink. Tink is the smallest island. Tink has mostly made up of temperate forests. However, it does have a bit more tropical plains and some tropical forests, but only a little bit, mostly made up of tropical plains. And of course, the North and South Pole of Cham Pols, which are very tiny, making the construction and life of coral reefs span. Tongilis has the largest coral reef, called the Coral Sea. It is even bigger than the Great Barrier Reef. But that's the map and physical map of Cham Pols. The chameleons spread across the planet, dominating the tropical forests and tropical plains and even temperate biomes. They spread in eating grasshoppers, mangoes, and bananas. They dominated the landscape in numbers far, far exceeded. They spread, and some chameleons adopted more cannibalism as the population of grasshoppers and mangoes and bananas were starting to deteriorate. It adopted cannibalism more and more to the point where it became a part of its diet and a part of its life cycle. This is the sharp-toothed chameleon. The sharp-toothed chameleon is an apex predator of the lands, mostly found in the tropical forests. However, sometimes it will move to the tropical plains, but mostly found in the tropical forests. These guys are vicious, eating small juvenile chameleons and adult chameleons, as well as the occasional jungle-fowl chick. These guys are predatory. They'll even camouflage into their environment with their color scheme to blend in and snag prey, as well as flaring up their colors to impress mates or to appear dangerous. But as their sharp teeth sort of comes out of their lips, you can already tell that these are vicious and primal hunters, dominating the lands of the tropical forests. But a lineage of chameleon has evolved to sort of defend itself, and it somewhat succeeded. The spinamelion. The spinamelion is a lineage of chameleon that's evolved its spikes on its back, tail, and head crest, and the sharp spines. These are used to protect itself from the sharp-toothed chameleon. If the sharp-toothed chameleon were to bite it on the head, the crest would flick it and get its upper mouth cut. If it bites it on the back, it will get trashed by the back. And if it bites it on the tail or belly or side, it will get whipped by the long tail, kind of like a stegosaurus. These guys eat common grasshoppers, mangoes, and bananas, just like their early ancestors. They just evolved more armor to protect themselves, giving them the name Spider-Million. This evens out the population of chameleons, but it does not solve the problem of the grasshoppers. This does, though. The fountain grasshopper. The fountain grasshopper is very large, larger than most grasshoppers so far, as the surplus oxygen in the air, which the bugs are only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The fountain grasshopper gets its name from something a little bit of smartness. See, we're going to go through a science lesson here. The weird brownish maroon streaks coming out of its mouth right now is grasshopper spit. Grasshoppers spit when they feel threatened or if needed. This is just ground up plants and belly juices that they get from inside their stomach. They recrease it back out, kind of like vomit or grasshopper spit. The fountain grasshoppers have taken this a step further, spraying any sharp-toothed chameleons that attempt to snatch it up with their tongue. And it has proved successful, disorienting the predator or the Spider-Million, or even jungle fowls, so it can escape and climb trees or something else. Next up is the pointed beak fowl. The pointed beak fowl is not really grown any larger, but points in its beak have evolved to give it fangs. These fangs adopt the chicken to bite. It has also evolved sharper claws on its feet to slash opponents. They'll kick and bite and peck, whatever they need to do to escape the sharp-toothed chameleon. Even chicks will do this, and this usually gives them enough time for the mother or a rooster to come to the rescue and protect them. They've also kept their same color scheme and still eat the same stuff as they already eat. In the coral reefs and the sea, a predator has evolved. The basher lobster. The basher lobster is a predator. Its crusher claw has evolved into the basher claw. The basher claw bashes the exoskeleton of its prey, which is normal lobsters. They do this in order to break open their exoskeleton. The ripper claw has evolved into the scraper claw. The scraper claw viciously scrapes flesh, organs, and tissue into a ball of flesh of matter. They then shove that down their throat and only leave the exoskeleton behind, showing the crime scene of this vicious predator. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry this took so long to make. Also, if y'all hear background noise and my voice sounds a little blank, that's because I couldn't find any background music. I forgot to mention that in the intro, I think. So, I'm sorry for that. But hopefully next episode I'll find some good music to put on the background. But with that out of the way, here's a size comparison of all the creatures that we mentioned today. I hope you enjoy. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see the next episode to be released. But with that out of the way, subscribe. And subscribe to Miris, Orbis Pagona, Kappa, and Narcissista, because they are the ones who led me to make this project. I'm really thankful for them. And please subscribe. Thank you. and goodbye.